We talked about rubber bands before, or resistance bands, for adaptations, scaling your exercises, or even good exercises that you can do using only the rubber bands. But today we're gonna do something different. So I realized through some experience with personal training that there are two types of people. You have jazzy people, which are those who you say something like, go faster, stronger, more powerful, and they always keep going. It's like they're listening to classical music or jazz tunes. And then you have rock and roll people, whom you say something like, go for a jog, and they go for a sprint. They are very type 2 fiber dominant. They always go for the explosion. So they get really tired first, but they usually have the best results in the short term. So let's say you're a jazzy person. What we're gonna give you today is a few exercises that when you put some rubber bands in them to do some sort of dynamic effort, you can actually get them to fire those type 2 muscle fibers a lot better. So my friend George and I are gonna help him with that. Let's go.
Now it's time to work. And Willow is now working on the deadlift. He's going to put the rubber band over the bar. He's going to put his feet over the elastic. Now he's going to deadlift. Key point here, we're accommodating resistance. At this weakest point, the tension is light. When he's starting the deadlift, at the top, the tension will be much higher. So there's no deceleration of the bar. Yes, one more. Shoulder blades back, chest up. Nice.
In the deadlift, since it's the biggest compound movement there is and you can deadlift a lot of weight, we actually use the medium resistance band, which is the purple one. But for the bench press, for instance, we can use the lighter ones like the red or the black. We have a great video for that. Go check it out first. So this is one of the setups in which you wrap the band around the bench, and George, give me a hand here. His hands will be outside of the band and he's gonna go for the reps. Make sure you have scapular retraction and then go all the way to the chest and push it up. Usually from 30% to 70, but I would say between 30 and 60 is the best range of your 1RM, of your personal record in that exercise for you to work on, because we are really looking for speed and explosion and not really that. Of course, a lot of racks have the pins nowadays for you to have an easier time attaching the bands. But this is another great setup that I use, which is with 1 or 2 kettlebells. You can put this, fold this in half, and attach it to the side of the barbell. Make sure there's the same size in one side and the other. If you do it on the other sides, of course, this would be gone. This is the setup B. Of course, you know all these exercises, compound movements like bench press, pull-ups, deadlifts, etc. They all work very well on their own. But this actually adds some, I gotta say, some excitement to your workouts when you're an intermediate level athlete. So let's work on the squat now, and this is one that you really have to look out for because safety is always first. You put the band, you put one part of the band here. I don't know how to really say it, but this really basic knot, basically. Basically. And then you put it on the barbell. George will demonstrate, but the idea is that the kettlebells or the band, the basis of the band is right where his heels are and where the actual lift is gonna go. Careful with the first part when you pull it out because of the rebound effect. See how he's loading the elastic component when he goes down, and then when he goes up, boom, it's actually working very much against him. This is very good for a bigger vertical jump as well.
Now Willow, the artiste de la calisthenics, is going to demonstrate now to pull up with banded resistance. The setup is just similar to the setup of the squat. He's going to wrap the elastic over the shoulder or around the shoulder. And then he's going to do his favorite exercise, the pull up. Bring the chest up, now explode. 1, chest up, explode. 1 more, chest. Awesome. Now 3 hours later, we have 3 pull-ups. Awesome work. Now more work for the little Willow over here.
Yeah.
So now we've worked on vertical power. Now we're gonna work on horizontal power with the kettlebell, with a more hip dominant movement. So he's gonna wrap the rubber band around the kettlebell. Please make sure when you're wrapping that you get a good space for the hands on the handle. Now, same as at the deadlift, he's gonna put his feet over the rubber band. He's gonna get a good grip, and you have to maintain the grip while you're swinging. Otherwise, the bottom will come up, okay? So you really want to make active your hands. Always try to squeeze your ass while you're doing this and push the rib cage down. So you maximize the glutes. Work.
Remember I said on the which resistance bands to choose video that the blue one is too thick and it's difficult to find a good exercise for it? Actually, I forgot about one. Silly me, how can I forget? This will kill your partner. So, wrap it around his waist, too easy. Now this guy's a horse, he's got a lot of horsepower, so I gotta lean backwards, stay on a good position, and then 3, 2, 1, go! Knees up, run over Louis, run over Louis! So the idea of this video is clearly not to create more Instagram acrobats. We already have enough of those. The idea is if you have the bands, if you're looking for some more stimulus in order to grow that explosion out of yourself in order to be a better athlete, as a coach, to ramp up, you know, the creativity and motivation even for your students, this is a great gadget you can use, and a lot of the best powerlifters in the world are using it as well, and the best, you know, athletes. Like, subscribe, keep the ideas flowing in the comment section, and get ready for some more work.